Welcome to my box opening of the Deus XP, the first fully wireless metal detector. All of the elements of the Deus, the coil, the remote control, and headphones communicate with each other via a digital radio link. It's also currently the lightest metal detector on the market, weighing in a mere 875 grams, or just under 2 pounds. Now, this detector is receiving a great deal of attention in Europe, not only because of its innovative design, but more importantly, how well it detects coins and relics in the presence of iron and trash. There's been a lot of good finds coming out of Europe with this detector, and I would encourage anyone to take a look at some of the videos on YouTube that are coming out of Europe. Most of them are in European languages, but you'll also find several videos from the UK. Now, XP Metal Detectors is located in Mirabel, France, and currently there is no distribution in the USA yet, but my understanding is that they will be setting up distribution sometime next year. So what I did was I purchased one by contacting the company directly at xpmetaldetectors.com. I then received a pro forma invoice for the Deus, and I added some spare parts as well. I then wired the money to their company bank account on November 9th, and I received my detector yesterday, November 20th. So that's a pretty good turnaround from overseas. So big thanks to Alain Loubet, the owner and manufacturer of XP Metal Detectors. You know, it's not every day that you get to correspond directly with the founder of a metal detector company. But I also understand that Alain is an avid detectorist and not just a designer and engineer. So he's somebody who actually experiences and understands the realities of detecting out in the field, and I think that's one of the reasons why we're seeing a lot of positive reviews for this detector. Also, a big thanks to Natalie, who prepared the pro forma invoice and shipped me my detector with all this good padding to make sure that it arrived in good shape. So both Elaine and Natalie, through my correspondence, gave me the confidence that while there's no distributor in the USA yet, these guys are going to take care of me in the meantime. So let's get started by opening up the box. All right, first and foremost, let's open up the pro forma invoice. Make sure that everything is correct. Yep, that's the Deus XP. And of course, all the spare parts are there as well. Just go ahead and put that aside. And with my handy box cutter, we'll go ahead and start cutting into the package. All right, I saved you all the trouble of watching me open up the package. And looks like everything's in good shape as far as the box is concerned. So let's go ahead and open up the box now. Two flaps at the bottom, and voila. All right. First thing, of course, let's take a look at the manual, and surprise, the manual's in English. I actually wasn't expecting that. I thought perhaps it might be in French, but I've seen the digital manual. It's online, and so I always knew that if I needed to, I could always print out an English manual from the web. That looks like a protective screen cover for the remote control box. Okay, so yeah, this looks like a spare part that I ordered. The back planes, of course. They're sturdy, of course, but I thought that perhaps having one extra pair of back planes for the headphones would be good, just in case. So let's go ahead and put that aside. And let's see what's next here. Yep. Okay, so that's the real headphone case. Okay, so we open that up. Take up the wrapper a little bit. And you can see how the headphone just fits right on the back plane. Apparently it just, there's a slot, a groove, and you just slip it right in. Put those aside. And the next, okay, we've got a big package full of stuff here. Looks like some of the cabling. That's the single USB cable. You can charge each of the components, the coil, the box, and the headphones separately. But sooner or later we're also going to find the three USBs connected to the remote. This is the leather case for the remote control, and it's got a clip-on, is what I understand, for your belt. Pretty nice. Looks like it might be leather. And this is the Velcro strap that goes to the arm cuff. And we've got the USB cable. And this is the charger clip that clips on to the coil, believe it or not. Now I might have mentioned the coil is doing all of the signal processing. There's actually a chip in the coil. So the remote box is really more just a user interface. You know, the coil transmits the information. So here we've got some nuts and bolts that connect. This is the lanyard. People were mentioning on the web that the remote control connects to the stem by a magnet, but sometimes it can be knocked off, and so this lanyard protects the control box from falling onto the ground. And it's so light, people were saying that they didn't even realize that the control box had dropped off. Okay, yep, so more nuts and bolts. I ordered a spare package, which is great. And there's the extra one also. All right, now it's time to pull out the stem. And this is really cool. Once we get it out, you can see that the stem looks like the Starship Enterprise. But it's really nice. I won't have to carry such a long case anymore. It looks like I could use even an athletic bag would probably be enough to fit this stem. It just collapses right down. There's the magnet at the end that the control box can be connected to. But yeah, it looks pretty solid. Nice clips there. Easy to collapse. All right, so as we get in here, oh great. So there's the control box. You can see it's just about the size of a iPod. So I'm going to buy one of these waterproof cases that you can attach to your arm, and this will be a great beach detector. It's got ground balancing for wet sand. And so, what I can imagine is just going out to the beach and, being perfectly safe, not afraid to have, it rain or water get on, because it'll be protected by the protective cover. So at the bottom you have your USB connection, but also there's a mini plug as well. If you wanted to use wired headphones, you can do that also. Pretty cool. All right. This looks like it's the charger, and crossing my fingers, let's hope it is a US charger. So yeah, there's the USB to 3 USB pins, so you can charge the coil, the remote box, and the headphones at the same time. Sigh of relief. Yes, this is definitely a US charger, which is great. Okay, time to get the coil out. As I said, this is the brains of the unit. Again, quite different from all other detectors because it's usually the control box that's doing all the processing. So it's a 9-inch coil, and you see the light is flashing there. So what you end up doing is you pair the coil with a remote control box as well as with the headphones. There's also a bigger coil that's coming out here shortly. It's 34 centimeters by 28 centimeters, or 13 inches by 11. And the prototype, we've seen it on the forums, and hopefully they'll start selling that early next year. Okay, that's pretty much it for the box opening. Next steps for me is I'd like to take some video of the Deus out in the field. The places that I hunt are medium to high mineralization. I like to hunt parks, which have, of course, lots of trash. And I also like to hunt the woods as well, looking for relics. So, my understanding is that the Deus is a very fast detector, and so you can cover a lot of ground. I think it'll be really good out in the woods where the relics are few and far between. So coverage is what's most important for that. So stay tuned, and hope to get the Deus out here in the next couple days, and we'll try and get a video up as soon as possible. Thanks again for participating in my box opening of the Deus XP. Take care.